Hello and welcome to Cousins Gymnasium on the campus of Tufts University for tonight's women's basketball non-conference matchup between the Tigers of Colorado College and the Jumbos of Tufts University. The Tigers come into this game at 2-1, having dropped their last game at number 2 ranked NYU. The Jumbos come into this game 3-1, getting the win against Brandeis last Saturday. Alongside me is Jake Flossie. I'm Justin Loker. Happy Thanksgiving, Jake. What can we expect from tonight's matchup?
It should be a good matchup today, Justin. We see a Colorado College team that had a pretty solid season last year. They placed second in the SCAC. And a Tufts team that made it all the way to the Elite Eight. Definitely was a very strong side last year and didn't lose much in terms of a team. So they're looking to rebound strong this year, looking good. Currently 4th ranked in the country. Colorado College, as you mentioned, are coming off of a rather tough weekend. They lost by 26 to number 2 NYU. So they'll be hoping to come back and get some revenge against another top-ranked opponent. In terms of keys to the game for this game, we expect Colorado College, they need to start the game well. Against NYU, they were down 9-0 in the first 2 minutes and 27-14 in the first quarter. And against UT Dallas, who they did end up beating in a rather close game, they were down 23-17 in the first quarter. If they want to compete with this Jumbo side, they need to hit the boards early. They need to get points on the board and not fall behind too fast. They also need to keep the ball. They faced... Sorry, we're going to be pausing for the national anthem real quick.
Pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cousins Gymnasium here on the campus of Tufts University for tonight's Division III non-conference women's basketball matchup featuring the visiting Tigers of Colorado College and your Tufts University Jumbos. Fans out this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise if able. Remove the caps and face the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Now at this time, let's meet the starting lineups.
And welcome back to JumboCast. We're about to hear the starting lineups for both teams. First off, it'll be Mackle for the Tigers.
So going through this Colorado College team, we expect a lot of production from the junior forward and center, Zoe Tomlinson. She has been stellar for this Colorado College team, and she's been appreciated for it. She was honorable mention All-American and also first-team All-SCAC last year. Definitely a player that they rely on for a lot of points. She had a double-double last week in their loss against NYU, and will definitely be a player to watch. For the Jumbos, of course, we're looking at Maggie Russell. She has been stellar. She's been incredible through her whole career at Tufts, being an All-American in both 21-22 and 22-23. She averaged a double-double last year, which is just incredible. And she'll be really competing with Tomlinson in the paint, and that'll be a really interesting battle to watch. In terms of other players, we're looking at Audrey Baston for the Tigers. She was one of their top scorers last year, and one of their best three-point shooters. She took over 150 shots from the arc last season and converted a pretty solid 0.3% conversion rate. And she's been good for the Tigers throughout the season. Definitely a player that they'll look for to produce points.
No real surprises tonight for the Tufts starting lineup. We're looking at Maggie Russell, Sophia Gonzalez, Sam Souza, Callie O'Brien, and Annika Decker to get us started tonight for the Jumbos.
And for Colorado College, we see Kayla Mackel, Kyle Rowland, Audrey Baston, Zoe Tomlinson, and can't quite see that is sorry about that. That is Healy Bledsoe. So a very tall lineup for this Colorado College team. Definitely something that they will look for. They've got 2 players on 6'2", plus several more at the 5'11" mark. So that would be against a rather short Jumbos lineup with O'Brien, Gonzalez, and
Annika Decker.
Decker, yes, sorry about that. So this will be an interesting matchup.
Well, I'd expect the Jumbos trying to use the quick passing game and use some more speed to win this game. As Decker will take the opening tip, leading up the court. Gonzalez now off to O'Brien and Sam Souza. Back to O'Brien. O'Brien drives to the hoop, looks for the pass to Souza, but turns it over. It'll be Rowland now bringing it up for the Tigers. She'll pass off to Mackel. Mackel driving on O'Brien and makes the layup for the first points of the game.
Real smart play by Mackel, realizing the mismatch there.
Decker now working on Bledsoe. She'll kick it out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez's first 3 rims out. Rowland will take it up. Decker defending. Little pick set there by Baston. He'll hand it off to Mackel. Bledsoe with it. Baston down low, and Tomlinson's layup is good.
They immediately go to Tomlinson, the player we've highlighted in the pregame, who able to win that matchup against
Maggie Russell will pull from 3. Not really close on that one. As Rowland will take it up once again. Quick 4-0 lead for the Tigers. Bledsoe down low to Tomlinson. Maggie Russell defends better this time. The 3 ball from Mackel is no good. Rebound shot, no good. Another rebound shot, again no good. The 4th try, again no good, but the foul will be called. Tomlinson drawing the foul there.
Some great hustle from this Tigers side, really keeping the ball alive, keeping those offensive rebounds up, allowing them to get chances. This Tigers team to start early and get points on the board. They're already up 5-0. They're doing a great job of that. So definitely something they've prioritized to really start a game well after that rough showing on Sunday.
Tomlinson makes them both. Decker now brings it up. Decker drives to the hoop. Left-handed layup, just a little too strong. Mackel taking it up now for the Tigers. Baston calling a play. The pick coming from Tomlinson. Baston from a little bit on the line, a bit too strong, gets her own rebound. Looks for the layup. In and out. Gonzalez now with it. She'll pull from 3. A little too strong again. Mackel driving on Souza. Foul. I think that's going to be number 2 on Gonzalez right there.
Yeah.
Yep, that's 2 on Gonzalez. Wouldn't be surprised to see her get a quick substitution in a couple minutes.
You don't want to be accumulating fouls like that, Justin. Gonzalez now 0 for 2 from the 3-point line, getting 2 pretty decent looks. So she'll be hoping to. Oh, yep, looks like.
And right on cue, Annie Aspesi will get set to check in. I can only assume for Gonzalez. And yep, there we go. Or they're going to make her wait till after the second free throw. As it looks like the first one
The first one was
missed.
not good, yes.
The second one is good, and they'll stop play for Annie Aspesi.
I'll put Kayla Mackel at 4 for 6 on the season for free throws.
And we're going to have our first timeout of the game.
Yeah, so the start of this game is not looking good for the Jumbos. We understand why Coach Pace called the timeout there. They need to get the mindset fixed. They're really giving up a ton of offensive boards, struggling to stop these Colorado College possessions. And if they keep having the ball, they're probably going to score eventually. So if they can't get those fixed, they really will struggle.
And on the other hand, looking at Tufts possessions, it's really just been one and done. On one of those possessions, you saw Gonzalez drive up and take the three right off the bat, and it was nowhere close. Tufts, when Tufts is rolling, it's because they're executing passes, getting the ball down low to Maggie Russell, and just being more efficient with the ball, which is not what they've been doing so far this evening. Decker now with it. Aspesi's first touch. Souza. Out to Russell. Working on Tomlinson. The dribble drive. She gets her first two.
Great start for Maggie Russell there. Finally able to get on the board.
Roland drives to the hoop. Will pull up. Gets it to Tomlinson. Back to Roland. Bledsoe will drive. Rims out. But Tomlinson's there to put it back.
Tomlinson starting the game off to a great start. She's already gotten, I believe, 2 baskets plus several rebounds. So
looks like it'll be a foul call there on Bledsoe for the Tigers. That'll be their first team foul. Souza will inbound. Gives it to Russell. Russell drives. Gets double teamed, but doesn't really matter when you're Maggie Russell. Roland now. The Tigers up 5. Gives it to Baston. They're going to call her for the travel there. And we're going to get our first substitution for the Tigers. It'll be Issa Nelson coming in for Bledsoe.
Nelson, one of the top scorers for this Tigers side. She is on 32 points this season, including a game high of 18 points against UT Dallas. So she's definitely a great weapon to have off the bench.
Not surprising she's their first player off the bench then. Decker will drive, kick it out to Russell. Russell from just inside the line, a bit too short. Roland now. Defended by Spacey. Out to Nelson. Decker fights through the screen, gets a hand up. May have affected the shot as it's no good. Oh, as Redfield goes tumbling there, wants the foul, won't get it there. Souza now will draw the foul. Second team foul for Tigers, as that one is on Kyle Rowland. Callie will inbound it from under the hoop. Callie O'Brien. We get another substitution. It looks like Rose Kohler will come in for Kayla Mackel. It's Spacey now, beyond the line. O'Brien drives middle, turns around, gets a little forearm shiver. Spacey's from 3, makes it.
The Jumbos finally get a 3-pointer to fall after a multitude of attempts. Spacey there coming in clutch with the 3-pointer.
Kohler now working on Spacey. As Annika takes the charge and will draw the foul. She got her feet set and she took that charge.
Yeah, really smart play there from Decker, seeing the Tiger player dribbling in and managing to draw the charge.
Now a full court press here from the Tigers. And it looks like it'll be a foul called as Roland looked like she forced Annika Decker out of bounds.
And Roland will then sub out to she is
Juliana
now
Garcia now.
Accumulated 2 fouls.
Decker with it. Gets it to O'Brien. Defended by Garcia. Souza with space. and swishes that from just inside the arc, tying up this game at 9.
Yeah, really good recognition from Sam Souza there, seeing she has space, no pressure on her. She can pull up, hit a great jumper from range.
Jumbo's now on a nice run. Nelson to Garcia. Out to the wing to Kohler. 8 to shoot, 6 to shoot. The shot from Garcia is a bit too strong. Decker with the rebound. And she's pressured by 3, gets it off to Russell. Russell with space, gonna do a little fake. Just couldn't get that layup to fall as Garcia will take it up, looking for a transition for the Tigers. Tomlinson. Garcia back into Tomlinson, and Tomlinson traveled. I mean, I gotta notice, Tufts has just really improved both in the offense and the defense since Jill Pace called that first time out.
Yeah, you gotta think that's why she is considered one of the top coaches in NCAA right now. Winning the NESCAC Coach of the Year last year definitely has a large impact on this team.
Russell double teamed, gets it out to O'Brien. Has the pick from Souza, doesn't take it as O'Brien got stripped of the ball, and looks like Spacey will get called for her first foul.
Yeah, reaching quite aggressively there, trying to catch the Tigers off, but a little bit too much there.
Now Callie O'Brien will be subbed out for Sophia Davis. Decker with the steal. Looking for some transition offense, pulls it back, gets it to Russell. Russell's layup in and out, which keeps her own rebound. Second try is blocked. The Tigers will rebound. Kohler with it. Gives it to Baston. Baston drives to the middle. Looks like that shot was blocked. Russell will take it up, hand it off to Decker. And looking for Souza, but off the, I believe it was the leg of a Tiger. Was the score at 9-0 at one point, or was it 7-0?
I believe it was 7-0, so
it's
still
9-2
very
run for the
impressive
Jumbos now.
comeback from the Jumbos.
Souza gets it down low to Russell. Russell turns, right-handed shot, gets in.
Russell finally able to break through this defense from Tomlinson, which has generally been very effective. Russell had a lot of chances, but not able to get through this big defense from Tomlinson, but finally able to get it in.
Kohler now gives it to Garcia. Nelson's 3, airballs it. That'll be out for the Jumbos.
Yeah, Nelson has an incredible three-point percentage coming in this game. She's 5 for 7 on the season, putting her at a impressive 7.714 three-pointing percentage, but those numbers don't stay up that long.
Another jumbo substitution, Stella Galanis coming in for Annie Aspesi. Davis narrowly avoids the interception. Souza with the wide open 3, and ball got stuck. Jake?
Yeah,
you don't see that too often.
Pretty rare.
But Baston able to get up there and loosen that ball for us.
It's always a little funny occasion when the ball gets stuck in the hoop.
The possession arrow will give the ball to the Tigers here. Nelson driving it up. You don't see that one every day, do you? Kohler's shot a bit too long, grabs it again. That one a little bit too short. Davis fights for the rebound, but Tomlinson will keep it. Gives it to Garcia. Garcia's 3, front rim, but the foul called on the floor. Looks like it'll be against Galanes.
Yeah, the Jumbo's woes of offensive rebounds continue as that possession, the Tigers received 2 different offensive rebounds, keeping that play alive and allowing them to continue to press on this offense.
Baston now defended by Susie, gets into Tomlinson. Tomlinson travels. I believe that's her second, or at least her second.
Yeah, that is number 2 for Tomlinson, as she has really got to fix that if she wants to continue to score points in the paint. Can't be traveling like that.
Decker now. Crisscrosses with Souza. Souza kicks it out To Galanes, into Russell. Back to Decker. Decker drives, kicks it out to Galanes. Great ball movement there as Souza draws the foul, and it'll be on.
That's Eason Nelson who just committed the foul.
I think it was Kohler.
Was it Kohler?
I think they're the 3-2.
Saw 2 and 3.
It was 2-3. My
Okay.
bad.
It is confusing when it's
with the ref
23-32.
puts up the 2 and the 3, the 3 and the 2. That'll be the first on Nelson. Souza will take 2 shots here.
Souza continues her perfect free throw percentage, 7 for 7 now on the season.
And she'll make her 8th.
Yeah, worried I was going to jinx that one, as saying things like that can often lead to some issues. But
as O'Brien will come back in for Souza, giving Souza a breather. Nelson with it. Gets the pick from Tomlinson. Some good ball movement there. Baston drives to the middle, gets it to Tomlinson. That's a pretty clear foul by Maggie Russell. You can't chop at their arms.
yeah, not much that the referee could call differently there. That is a very clear foul. See what Tomlinson can do from the line. She's already taken 2 free throws today, and
Maggie Russell will get a breather now for, I'd assume, for the rest of the quarter, and as Caitlin O'Boyle will replace her. Tomlinson missing the first free throw. And the second is also missed as Davis will rebound. Galanes brings it up the floor. Davis back to Galanes. Looks like it was tipped. Decker to O'Brien to Davis. Davis drives down low. Gets it to Decker, but Decker couldn't quite hold on. It'll be off of her hands. Tiger ball.
Yeah, we see the Jumbos continuing to try to possess the ball and move it around a lot, but this time the Tigers able to account for it.
Nelson with it. Kohler drives middle, little pump fake, and gets the free bucket.
Yeah, you wonder about the lack of Maggie Russell in the middle, causing a little bit of chaos in that Jumbo defense.
You'd think that Tomlinson definitely has the advantage over Caitlin O'Boyle. Just under 1 minute now. As O'Brien gives it to Decker. Decker's 3. Just a little too strong. Tomlinson rebound. Kohler drives on Decker. Gives it out. Baston, defended by Davis. Back out to Kohler. Down low to Tomlinson. Tomlinson, good defense there by O'Boyle. Shot clock turned off now with 21 seconds left in the quarter. Jumbos will probably hold for the last shot here. Decker drives low, gives it to O'Brien. 8 seconds now. Galanes' shot, a little too strong. Decker gets the rebound with 3. With 1, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Score after 1, Jumbos 13, Tigers 11. Your thoughts?
Yeah, really good hustle from the Jumbos to get back into this game. They were down, I believe, 7-0 at one point. Now getting this score back up to a spot they'd like it to be. We mentioned that the Tigers need to start off well. They did. They took a big lead, but then they didn't hold on to it. They lost it, so they end another game.
For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that.
It's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that, with what we were given, comes a special obligation.
Our obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn that in giving, we receive so much more in return. Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a
Welcome
difference.
back to Cousins Gymnasium for the second quarter. So O'Brien will take the first possession. Russell back into the game. No surprise there. Sam Souza has it down low, and her short-range shot is good. Rowland back in now for the Tigers. She'll kick it out to Mackle. Mackle drives down low, and that'll be a foul called on Caitlin O'Boyle.
Yeah, another case you can't hit the arm as they're going up for the layup. A lot of fouls from the Jumbos so far in this game. They are sitting on 6 fouls as a team. So
no one really in foul trouble quite yet. I mean, Gonzalez has the 2, but nobody else with more than 1, if I'm not mistaken.
that is correct. And to fix their earlier statement, they're on 8 fouls as a team. Sorry, not 6.
In women's basketball, we play quarter by quarter when determining the bonus, so just 1 team foul so far. But of course, the personal fouls do accumulate, and if you get 5, you're done for the night. As Rowland will bring up the court. Basin thinking about it, it's going to take it. Back rims and out. Ball bouncing around will be collected by O'Boyle. It's Russell now. Russell kicks it out to O'Brien. O'Brien's 3. Not very close. And that'll bounce out. Tiger ball.
Yeah, we know Basin is very comfortable from that 3-point line, having taken, as I mentioned, nearly 160 3-pointers last year. But this time she seemed a little bit hesitant.
She thought about it for a while, for sure. Mackle with it, defended by Souza. Pick gets her the open shot. Can't hit it. So Boyle gets the rebound and gives it to Aspesi. O'Brien now with space. Aspesi with it, and she traveled.
Yeah, committed a little bit hard to that pump fake. She did get Bledsoe to jump for it, but also got the ref to call it.
Got to be careful about keeping at least the back toe down when you're making that pump fake. Aspesi shuffling, staying in front of her counterpart. Basin now with it, gets it down low to Tomlinson. The foul will be called on the floor. Looks like it was against the Jumbos.
It's on O'Boyle, I believe.
That'll be her second, as she'll come out and be replaced by Sofia Gonzalez. So now Gonzalez back in the game with 2 fouls. She'll have to be careful as well. Definitely don't want to get 3 here earlier in the second. The shot a bit long. Tomlinson on the rebound, defended by Russell. The open shot from Mackle is good for 3. Cuts the deficit to 1 now.
Yeah, really well executed play from the Tigers to find Mackle open from 3 and coolly hits it down.
O'Brien under a lot of pressure, gets it to Aspesi. Russell, I gotta assume it was a travel call? Yep.
Yeah, Jumbo's getting really hurt by travels. He has the second possession in a row that they have had cut short due to a travel.
That is not characteristic of the Tufts women's basketball team. They are not one that's generally sloppy on the fundamentals. Gonzalez now defending on Bledsoe. And that'll be tipped off the fingertips of Russell. Say Tiger ball with 14 to shoot.
Rowland inbound. Despite playing all 3 games, she has yet to get a point on the board.
That shot much too short. As Bledsoe gives it to Mackle, out to Baston. 3 to shoot, 1 to shoot, and that layup is good at the buzzer as the Tigers will retake the lead at 16 to 15. Signs of life for the Tigers now as O'Brien gets out to wide open Sam Souza, and Sam Souza takes the lead right back.
Sousa has been on fire in this game so far. She is currently sitting on 9 points, the most on the team.
Now she'll defend Baston. The pick comes from Tomlinson, and Russell will get called for the foul there.
And that is her second, and not a player the Jumbos want to see in foul trouble.
I'd like to retract my statement of the Jumbos not being in foul trouble. Now they are getting a little bit of foul trouble.
Definitely.
And she'll come out, and Michaela Paquette will get her first action of the evening. One thing you will say is the Jumbos do have the depth to give some breaks to their more star players if they get into foul trouble, but you don't want to see Gonzalez and Russell getting into foul trouble if you're the Jumbos.
Especially in a game as tight as this has been so far.
As Colorado College looks at having no problem hanging with the number 4 team in the country as they tie it back up at 18. O'Brien drives down low, triple team, gets out to Souza. Gonzalez for 3, no good.
0 for 3 now for Gonzalez, who shot a 0.4% clip last year, so not living up to her past points.
As that drive from Bledsoe is good. Looks like we're gonna have a couple more subs to the next opportunity. And that'll be an offensive foul called against O'Brien.
I think that was Paquette for
Oh, it was?
moving screen.
Gotcha. As we'll get a couple of subs. Decker will re-enter the game for the Jumbos, as will Nelson for the Tigers, replacing Annie Aspesi and Kyle Rowland, respectively.
Yeah, I think the Jumbos will appreciate having Annika Decker back on the court, as the offense did look a little bit flat in those last few plays.
Basin thinks about it, will take the 3. Back rims out as Gonzalez take that. Now 2-on-1 for the Jumbos. Gonzalez leads it for Souza. Souza can't control. That's just a turnover you can't have. Nelson drives a little too strong. Paquette hands it off to O'Brien. Defended by Nelson. Decker with the cut. O'Brien doesn't take it. Paquette from mid-range, a bit too short. Basin brings it up the floor. Basin drives low, and
yet another travel. As this game has really been plagued by travels so far. Not something you like to see, as it restricts the amount of good basketball we can see if the plays are cut short by unfortunate errors.
a couple more substitutions now as Paquette leaves the game with, I believe that is Mallory Folliard with her first action of the day. Decker being hounded by Nelson, breaks free. O'Brien drives middle, underhand shot doesn't go, gets blocked. As Kohler now hands it off to Baston. Will Baston look for a 3 again? No, she'll hand it off. She'll cross court pass to Bledsoe. And they'll reset their offense. Baston now with it. Little crossover move, gets it off to Kohler. 10 to shoot now. Nelson with it, spins into her own player. That'll be a turnover as Folliard will bring it up the floor. One-on-one against Baston. That layup, no good. Spacey with it. Gets it out to Decker. Fresh 20. Spacey looks down low for Souza, but that ball instead finds the hands of Bledsoe for the Tigers. Gets it back from Baston, does Bledsoe. Nelson defended by Aspesi. Bledsoe double team, gets through. That ball's bouncing all over the place. Will be a kick ball called. Looks like the Tigers will retain possession.
We talked about Tomlinson as an offensive threat, but she's also been phenomenal on the defensive end. The Jumbos have only hit 4 baskets on 12 attempts in the paint. So really impressive work from Tomlinson to restrict the Jumbos offense inside the paint.
And as Galanes will enter for the Jumbos and Navarra for the Tigers. Tomlinson's short shot's a bit too strong. The ball gets back in on the rebound. Kohler gets that one. And now Decker quickly the other way gets the underhand layup to fall. Kohler brings it up the floor, defended by Galanes. Galanes now as Kohler drives, kicks it out. The 3 ball from Bledsoe. Can't get it to go. And now Espacey with no one in front of her. Can she get the layup? She'll pull up and get rejected by Healy Bledsoe. And a travel will be called on, looks like it was on the Tigers. My eyes had moved on, but it'll be the Jumbo's ball still.
Yeah, really taking the wind out of Healy Bledsoe's sail there after making an impressive play, having to give the ball back.
And Espacey gets it down low to Folliard. Folliard, a couple steps, gets around Tomlinson and gets that bucket. Ties it up at 22.
I think I've jinxed it, Justin, after saying that Tomlinson's dominating the paint. The Jumbo's got a layup, and then Folliard scoring the paint.
As Kohler drives middle, and that's a great steal by Decker. Decker with time and space. Got to be careful, but she gets the layup as Kohler was breathing down her throat. Basin now. Jumbo's up by 2. Defended by Folliard. Jumping for joy as Souza can't quite defend that layup attempt from Tomlinson. Back tied at 24. Galanes will be swatted out of play by Navarra. Another sub as Tomlinson, I believe, will get her first breather of the evening, if I'm not mistaken. As Avery Johnson will replace her.
Yeah, we'll really see how this game shifts without Tomlinson in it.
Decker gets it from Folliard. Decker drives with her left hand, kicks out to Souza. Souza with a wide open 3. Of course she made it.
Yeah, 2 for 2 from the arc for Souza. Great shot there. She is really stepping up for the Jumbos today.
Now Kohler, defended by Galanes, cuts back, kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson looking, a couple passes. The shot from Kohler, the mid-range, bounces around and out. Decker with it for the Jumbos. Decker with the left-handed drive, scoop, and the score. Tigers will look to answer with Bledsoe. As we hit 1 minute left in the first half of this tightly contested game. Couple of pump fakes for the Tigers. Baston's 3, nothing but air.
Yeah, she has not managed to get going from the 3-point line so far. Definitely something that the Tigers will hope will increase in the second half.
Decker with 48 seconds to go in the half. If you look at the scoreboard, Jake, the Tigers have yet to commit a team foul in this quarter. Something you don't really see very often.
Definitely. Odd.
Folliard's drive, a bit too short. The rebound will be taken by Espacey. She can't quite keep it in. That'll be Tiger ball with 29 seconds. That will turn off the shot clock. As the Tigers will make a couple of subs for the last possession with Tomlinson and Mackel coming in for what should be the last possession of the half. Rowland brings it up, defended by Galanes. Rowland with Tomlinson And Bledsoe potentially setting picks. 10 to shoot now. Mack will drive to the right. Can't quite get it, but the rebound from Baston is good. 2 seconds and 1, and Decker gets the shot off. But that won't go, and that'll be it for the first half, Jake. Score after 2, Tufts 29, Colorado College 26. What are your thoughts on this half so far, on this half?
I think it's been a great close match so far. Plagued by some mistakes from both sides for sure. The travels have accumulated more than we normally see, but should be a really exciting next half as neither side really seems to be able to pull away. Colorado College has been really aided by those offensive rebounds, which have worked quite well. Tomlinson's been excellent in both sides of the court in the paint, while the Jumbos have found success playing through Souza, who's on 12 points at this point, as well as really working the ball around. Decker's had a great game so far as well. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for the second half.
Stay with us.
I injured my shoulder when I was practicing platform diving. It was a blessing in disguise. When I went to physical therapy, I realized this is something I want to do. That's when I changed my major to physical therapy. I want to inspire people to do whatever they love doing. I'm fortunate to have Cliff as my coach. He made me believe that I can get back into diving after my injury to prove that nothing can stop me from chasing my dreams.
For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that.
It's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that, with what we were given, comes a special obligation.
Our obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn that in giving, we receive so much more in return. Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
I had numerous family members who've been taken away from heart disease and stroke. That drove me to pursue knowledge about health and well-being. Playing college football gave me an opportunity to get myself into college.
Goes to Parks. He's in the end zone.
That's when I decided that I want to go into personal trainer. I felt I would have a great opportunity to share my knowledge about well-being within Detroit. I hope to reach as many people as I can.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
I injured my shoulder when I was practicing platform diving. It was a blessing in disguise. When I went to physical therapy, I realized this is something I want to do. That's when I changed my major to physical therapy. I want to inspire people to do whatever they love doing. I'm fortunate to have Cliff as my coach. He made me believe that I can get back into diving after my injury to prove that nothing can stop me from chasing my dreams.
For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that.
It's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that, with what we were given, comes a special obligation.
Our obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn that in giving, we receive so much more in return. Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
I had numerous family members who've been taken away from heart disease and stroke. That drove me to pursue knowledge about health and well-being. Playing college football gave me an opportunity to get myself into college.
Goes to Parks. He's in the end zone.
That's when I decided that I want to go into personal trainer. I felt I would have a great opportunity to share my knowledge about well-being within Detroit. I hope to reach as many people as I can.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
And welcome back to Cousins Gymnasium for the second half of this matchup between Colorado College and Tufts University. My name is Jake Flossie. I am joined here with Justin Loker. Justin, what do these teams need to do in order to win this game?
So this game is pretty closely contested right now. If you're the Jumbos, I'd be looking to get back to their bread and butter, which in my experience watching this team has been get the ball down low to Maggie Russell and just get those easy buckets. For the Tigers, I'd be looking at cleaning up the short range shots. They've not really had a problem getting near the basket, but when they do get to the basket, they're missing a lot of layups. And I mean, if they just made a few more of those layups, they'd have a lead right now. But right now the Jumbo's up by 3. And of course, both teams have got to clean up the traveling. Both teams accumulating enough frequent flyer miles to book a free trip to Europe.
Yeah. So now we see Bledsoe inbounding, likely to Roland. Roland carrying the ball, defended by Decker. Finds Basin. Out to Bledsoe. All the way. And Mackel fails the attempt. Decker jumping the court. Looks for O'Brien, but Mackel cuts it out.
Yeah, good hustle back there by Callie O'Brien, just getting back there to tip that out, letting her defense get reset.
O'Brien to inbound.
Excuse me. Good hustle by the Tigers defense.
Gonzalez back to O'Brien. Dribbles in, pulls up, and hits it. Roland bringing up the court.
Believe that was O'Brien's first points of the day.
Bledsoe from the line. Out to Roland. And Roland called for the charge against Souza.
Souza doing a good job taking that charge. Not much of a body-to-body charge. Looks like more of some feet might have been stepped on there, Jake.
Yeah, I think there was also maybe an elbow to the stomach. Not a comfortable position to be in. Souza inbounds to Decker.
That is 3 fouls on Roland now, so she's got to be careful going the rest of the game. You don't pick up your 4th. Because if you pick up your 4th now, you got to sit out for a long time.
Definitely something she'll be watching out for. As O'Brien dribbles in, dishes to Gonzalez on the corner. She makes it through. Souza.
7 to shoot.
Back to Decker. 4. Gonzalez in the corner. And in! 3 points for Sofia Gonzalez.
Fantastic shot by Gonzalez. Her first bucket of the evening. Breaking an 0 for 3 from 3.
Bledsoe. Out to Mackel, who responds with a 3 of her own.
Great shot there by Mackel, and a good awareness by the Tiger offense to swing that ball across court.
Russell from 3. She can't get it to fall. Mackel takes up the court. Finds Bledsoe in the corner. She dribbles in and cannot get the layup to fall. And then commits a foul onto Annika Decker.
O'Brien taking a tumble there. Glad to see she's okay.
Yeah, you never want to see your key players getting hurt.
I think get a quick substitution for the Tigers as Kohler will come in for Bledsoe.
Checking in is number 32, Rose Kohler.
O'Brien taking it up. Finds Russell. Gives it to to Decker. Tries to go middle. Recovers it. Gonzalez from 3. She can't make it 2 in a row. The ball bounces around. Russell recovers it.
And that's what being 6'1" will do for you, Jake.
Yeah, definitely a helpful height to have in this type of contest. As Decker dribbles around. Finds Sousa. Nope. As Nelson recovers it. Got Kohler coming up the court. Finds Tomlinson. And she gets around Russell.
That's the key matchup we've been looking at all night, Jake. Tomlinson versus Russell. Who can get who can use their size to win the matchup down low, and Tomlinson getting the better of Russell there.
Decker dribbling in, unable to hold on to the ball.
Foul called,
Looks
though.
like foul called on the Tigers. That was Mackel's first foul of the game. O'Brien to inbound. Quick substitution as Garcia checks in for Kohler.
And a bit of the opposite as we saw last quarter with the Jumbos getting a bunch of fouls quickly. Already 3 fouls for the Tigers while the Jumbos still clean in this third quarter.
Russell going to the middle. Posting up, hits a Souza. Souza goes in and makes it. That's her 14th point of the game. Baston to pull up. And hits it. That is Audrey Baston's first 3 of the game after, second 3 of the game after many attempts. Decker responds with a layup of her own. Nelson dishes to Mackel. Off the screen from Tomlinson. Mackel pulls up. Ball bounces out.
There'll be a jump ball there, and possession will go the way of the Jumbos. I think they're just going to, they just made that substitution. They're going to make it right back with the Tigers, putting Kohler right back in for Garcia.
Interesting call as Decker dribbles up the court. Defended by Kohler. Gonzalez. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Mackel there. 2 fouls in close succession on to Kayla Mackel.
So still only with 2, but that'll be 4 already on the Tigers. Next foul, I believe, will be 2 shots regardless.
Russell will pull up from the line. Does not go in.
That'll be a foul on Sam Souza. Looks like she went over the back there.
We see Annie Spacey checking in for Callie O'Brien.
Spacey tonight with 3 points off one successful 3-pointer on the only attempt she has made.
Nelson with the ball. Finds Baston. Tomlinson in the middle. And back out to Nelson. Doesn't get the fall, but Baston with the rebound. And again. Third time's the charm as Baston gets it in. Decker quickly finding Gonzalez. Back to Decker. Russell set a screen, but Decker didn't choose to use it. Russell the ball. And draws the foul with the points. Possible 3-point play here for Maggie Russell.
And just as Tomlinson was able to use her size to get the layup, Maggie Russell does one better. Well, potentially one better. We'll see what happens with this free throw. One better, Jake.
It was one better as it falls off of a little bit of a lucky bounce, but Maggie Russell will 100% take that. Nelson dribbling up the court. Dishes to Bledsoe. Finds Kohler. Goes to the middle toward Nelson, but cut out.
Bit of an ambitious cut play.
Gonzalez can't hold on to it as the ball goes back to the Tigers. Jumbo's unable to capitalize there, Justin.
Yeah, just a bit of a sloppy play. I feel like they've done a little bit better in this third quarter, but you're still seeing some of those mistakes. That's been plaguing both teams all game.
Yeah, luckily for both teams, it's consistent across the board, but not something either side wants to see. Kohler dishes to Nelson from 3, and does not go in, but Baston with the rebound.
Great box out there from Russell, though, preventing Tomlinson from getting the easy board.
Kohler with the ball. Uses Tomlinson's screen, but stripped. Nope, maybe.
And that looks like it'll probably be a jump ball. Yes, it will, but that one will go the way of the Tigers.
Yeah, Decker twice there, almost getting the ball out, but good hustle from the Tigers to keep that from going into an easy layup for Annika Decker.
And that play really was all Annika Decker, just being willing to dive for the ball. And while the Tigers do keep possession, the next one will go for the Jumbos. And the Tigers only with 6 seconds to shoot, so really putting the pressure on the Tigers' offense.
Roland with the ball.
2,
Takes the
1.
shot. Cannot get to fall as Russell brings up the court. She's got a spacey, but she's going to take it herself.
And that'll be a blocking foul on Baston.
It goes
She
Roland.
took a hard charge. Oh, excuse me. I saw the 4, didn't see the 2.
Understandable. A lot of very similar numbers for this Colorado College team. Russell is at the line. She made her free point here. She made her free throw already this half.
That's 4 on Roland. So we were talking. I mentioned this a few minutes ago. You really can't afford to get your 4th foul in the 3rd quarter. And now with 14 minutes left, she's going to have to sit out for a lot longer than the Tigers would have liked.
Yeah, they'll be missing that junior guard who really helps facilitate this offense. Russell can't get the second one to fall. Bledsoe taking it up. Taking it to Nelson. Uses the screen and gets space. Can't make it fall though as Russell rebound it. It's just a Decker. Thought about it, but goes to Souza. Back to Russell. And Russell spins around Tomlinson. She finally seems to be doing better this matchup.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that the Jumbos are getting the Jumbos have to be glad that they're getting back to their bread and butter, getting the ball down low to Russell, letting her go to work. I mean, there's a reason that she won first team All-American last year, did Maggie Russell, and she's definitely come alive in the second half.
Yeah, Colorado College will call a timeout here.
And we'll be back in about 30 seconds for the remainder of this 3rd quarter.
And welcome back to Cousins Gymnasium as there's 3 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Out to Nelson. Guarded by Decker, and Nelson's pass is kicked by Decker.
I don't really see much of a kick there. I don't really think Decker's leg moved much.
Yeah, but that's what it's going to be called, so. Nelson to inbound. Out to Baston. Into Tomlinson against Russell.
That's the key matchup, and
misses the first one, gets the board, but Russell gets the second time.
And Russell winning that one-on-one matchup there, preventing Tomlinson not once but twice.
Decker and Russell having a bit of disagreement there as to pick up the pace or slow it down as Decker dribbles in. Russell from deep. That's a 2-pointer, but it goes in.
Jumbos now have expanded their lead to 10 points.
Yeah, they've really come alive in this 3rd quarter. Nelson on the ball. Guarded by Sousa. Decker stepping out. Tomlinson on Russell. Gets it to fall. Both Tomlinson and Russell seem to be getting the better of their opponent on the offense.
And both offenses really seeming to put a focus in this 3rd quarter on getting the ball to their best player. As Sousa let that go out smartly for retaining possession for the Jumbos.
Sousa to inbound it to Decker. Decker still dribbling. Nelson on her. And Decker gets the layup to fall. Able to get around Nelson. Easton Nelson taking up the court. Guarded by Decker. Out to Bledsoe. She goes in. And just rolls off the hoop. Tomlinson upset about that play. It's to Spacey. Out to Galanis with range. And she makes it fall. 3-pointer for Stella Galanis.
And that's her first points of the matchup. A big three, putting the Jumbos up by 13 here in the late third.
Nelson to take. Unable to get around Stella Galanis, but makes it fall. Nelson responding well. Decker on the ball. Gives it to Galanis. Out to Spacey. And back to Sousa. To Russell from three. And just a little bit short. Basin with the rebound. Takes up the court fast. Slowing back down. Galanis on the guard. Great pass across. Finds Bledsoe with space. Ooh, air ball. Decker coming up fast. Right to Sousa. And she gets it to go on the fast break.
Great play there for the Jumbos. Sousa was able to get in the shooter's face on the defensive side of the court, and then a quick transition play. Sousa getting the layup on the other side.
Got 23 seconds left in this quarter. Carl College content to let the clock slow down, not wanting the Jumbos to get any time on the ball in their next possession.
And foul will be called against Tigers there.
Yeah, Jumbos now have 10 seconds to work on this last play, making two substitutions. Sorry, just one substitution. Looks like it was none as the substitutes went back down. Apologies. Tigers to make a sub as Garcia checks in for Nelson. Decker. Unable to get out to a Spacey. Picks it back up. A Spacey from range. Does not fall. And that will do it for the third quarter. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in a few minutes.
And welcome back to Cousins Gymnasium for the fourth quarter. 10 minutes left in this one. Jumbos with a sizable but not insurmountable 13-point lead. Jake, what are you expecting for the rest of this game?
Yeah, the Jumbos are looking to finish this game off strong, not allow the Tigers to get back in this game. We see Maggie Russell is now off, Boyle with the ball, but they'll be hoping to continue to dominate the paint.
As the travel will be called there on the Tigers.
That's the first of this half, but after a lot in the first half, they'll be still not wanting to see that signal called.
Yeah, it was a pretty clean third quarter in terms of the sloppy mistakes. As Galanis will take it from three, back rims out. Galanis back with it again. And O'Brien's pass. Not a great decision as Gonzalez looks like she'll barely bail O'Brien out on that one, is getting that ball back. O'Brien will Gonzalez settle it down. Now O'Brien. The screen from Folliard. Kicks it to the corner for Gonzalez. Gonzalez from 3. Can't quite hit it.
Yeah, you mentioned, Justin, that the third quarter was a bit better. It also was the highest scoring quarter of this game so far, with a solid 38 points scored.
Kohler will pull up from short range, gets her own rebound, triple teamed. O'Brien in her face, getting the hands up as Gonzalez will collect the board.
Yeah, not much you can expect from Kohler there when she's literally smothered by the Tufts defense.
O'Brien thinks better of that pass. Souza drives low. Great move, gets the layup to go.
Souza has had a phenomenal game so far, sitting on 18 points now. Great play from Souza.
Kohler working on Galanas. Galanas winning that matchup. O'Brien will reset the offense here with 20 to shoot. Gonzalez now on the wing. A little lob pass to Folliard, and one.
Folliard showing this, not just Maggie Russell who can get those points in the paint, working well off of Tomlinson there, earning the and one.
The lead now ballooning to 17, potentially about to be 18 for the Jumbos, as Nelson will re-enter the game for Kohler. 23 for 32. And Folliard getting the lucky bounce there off the rim, getting the free throw to go. Nelson brings it up the floor, defended by Galanes. And the timeout will be taken by the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers really wanting to get this game back into their hands. We saw Coach Jill Pace's timeout from the Jumbos, very successful in that first quarter. We'll see what the Tigers can do from this timeout. Can they overturn this, not insurmountable as you said, but still very immense deficit that they're facing of 18 points?
Yeah, the Tigers didn't want it. 13-point lead 2.5 minutes ago. Now, already a couple minutes into this fourth quarter, the lead's only grown by 5. Not what you want to do there. Not what you want to see if you're a Tigers fan.
For these Tigers, they really need to get this offense going again. They still have yet to score in this fourth quarter, and Tomlinson has gone a bit quiet. Their threes haven't been falling. They need to really kickstart this offense in order to create a threat to score 18 points more than the Jumbos in this fourth quarter.
Be inbounded now from Bledsoe out to Nelson. As Gonzalez will steal that ball, transition bucket, and get it to go. Nelson now defended by Galanes. Galanes has done a great job this game playing point guard. And that's not a trip from Gonzalez, I suppose. Now Tomlinson at the top of the key gives it to Nelson. Into Tomlinson, her short range shot is good.
Yeah, Tigers finally able to get some points on the board, finding their seemingly general system of offense, getting the ball to Tomlinson in the paint, getting it in. Good sight for Colorado College if they want to get back into this game.
Swing pass down to Folliard. Folliard with a tough layup, but getting it to roll in off the rim.
Folliard's had an excellent impact off the bench in this fourth quarter, already on 4 points. Sorry, 5 points.
Now Nelson swings it over to Bledsoe. Bledsoe down low, defended by O'Brien. O'Brien doing just enough to affect that shot without drawing the foul. Galanes with some space, just a bit too strong, but Folliard with the rebound. Can't get that one to go. And it looks like Galanes will be called for the foul. Get a couple of substitutions now. Yes, we will. As Russell and Aspazi will re-enter for the Jumbos, and McLaughlin will get, I believe, her first action of the night for the Tigers.
Yes, that is correct.
McLaughlin getting her first action of the night.
We spoke earlier about the Jumbos being in foul trouble. They have really avoided that nicely. They still have no players above 2 fouls, while the Tigers have very much under foul trouble with Roland on 4 fouls.
Great defense there by Russell, affecting that pass, getting it to Aspesi. O'Brien now. O'Brien drives, kicks it to Aspesi. Full yard into Russell. Russell turns, layup is good.
Yeah, Tomlinson is off the court at this point, so Russell really has free reign of this paint, putting good points in there.
Bledsoe with it, kicks it out. Baston will take the 3. Can't get it to go. Russell with the rebound. Russell driving down low. Can't get the bucket, but does draw the foul, as she'll get 2 free throws here.
Yeah, the Jumbos pulling the lead up to 22 at this point, hoping to add more here with Russell at the line. Really, I think things are starting to look grim for Colorado College.
Russell's first is good, as Roland will re-enter the game now with 4 fouls.
Yeah, but at this point, you really need all of your best players on the court, no matter whether they're in foul trouble or not. So Roland,
she does no good
on.
for the Tigers, sitting on the bench. Baston now, feet planted. Now she'll swing it to Roland. Taking a lot of time off this clock as Bledsoe drives middle, and that'll be a travel. Maggie Russell really appealing to the ref. The referee's agreeing there.
Yeah, the travels continue to haunt the Tigers in the second half. The Jumbos have not had a travel yet the second half, but the Tigers now on the second one. Not a good sign if they want to get back in this game now with a 24-point deficit.
Galanis now up the floor. Aspesi down to full yard. Aspesi again. Give it to full yard. Down into Russell. And gets the layup to go once again. And for Russell, that's 18 points now for the first team All-American.
Puts her tied with Souza as the top scorer in the game.
Baston navigating the baseline, gets the shot to Roland. Roland's 3, not quite good. Russell with the drive down to Folliard. Folliard's layup. That's just a great pass there from Maggie Russell. She can score and looks like she can pass too.
Yeah. Oh.
As I don't think Baston was expecting that one.
Yeah, that was a really unforced error from the Tigers. You feel they're slightly starting to fall apart at this point as they trail by 28 now. And really, things are looking very grim.
Not surprising to see some more rotation players in for the Jumbos, as Hannah Kelly will enter the match, as will the freshman Annie Ryan and Caitlin O'Boyle as well as Sophia Davis, as the Jumbos will retain possession there.
The Tigers have only scored 2 points in this fourth quarter when they already came in with a somewhat significant deficit. So Jumbos able to put in their second team of sorts.
And maybe the second team, but Caitlin O'Boyle is having no problem getting to the hoop on that one.
You start to wonder if fatigue has a role as well. Tomlinson has played almost this entire game, and at this point, it's hard to keep putting the pressure on that she has been earlier in the match.
Tomlinson's shot blocked there, as O'Boyle will grab the loose ball, get it to Davis. Davis driving on Baston. Cross-court pass to Hannah Kelly. Kelly looking for O'Boyle. Baston instead gets the loose ball. Baston drives to the hoop. Foul called, couldn't quite get the basket to go for the and one opportunity, but will still be 2 shots for Baston.
good sign of life from base in there, putting some good pressure on the Jumbo defense, but unable to get the basket full. Still possible 2 points here, doubling possibly the Colorado College tally on this fourth quarter.
Looks like it'll be the last action of the night for Tomlinson, as she'll be replaced by Willow McLaughlin, her fellow center.
Excellent free throw there from Basin.
And now we'll see a couple of subs for the Tigers as Garcia and Keller will enter the game, replacing Roland and Baston. As Annie Ryan now. Galana is driving to a double team, keeps possession, gets it to Ryan. Ryan to Davis. Into O'Boyle. O'Boyle keeps the ball. No, and the Tigers will get possession. And the foul will go against Galana's. Just a transition foul there. That'll be 3 on Galana's, though. Not sure that matters too much anymore.
Yeah, at this point, the Jumbos have enough depth and enough of a lead that foul trouble is not their biggest concern. Still at 28, the deficit.
And now we'll see, I believe, the first action of the day for Alex Aroni as she'll enter the game to see this one out. Just getting some of the bench some work as Hannah Kelly will be called for that foul.
Tufts foul charge number 22, Hannah Kelly, her first, team's fourth. Into the line for the Tigers will be number 0, Juliana Garcia.
Garcia's first free throw, spinning around, and comes out. As Annie Ryan will get a couple of words of advice from Coach Pace.
Garcia's second free throw falls, putting her at 6 for 10 on the season.
Paquette now in for Galanas as
Also now in the game for the Tigers, number 12, Sophia Roca.
as for the Tigers, Roca will get some minutes here. Annie Ryan gives to Davis. O'Boyle gives to Paquette. Paquette hits the mid-range.
You generally don't see your bigs pulling up from range, but Paquette there pulling up, showing why she has multiple weapons in her arsenal.
Garcia now will pull from 3 and hit it.
Yeah, Garcia accounting for half of the Tigers' points this quarter.
Davis now drives down to the baseline. Little runner, can't get it to go. As Garcia brings it up the court with 1:10 left. Garcia will pull from 3 again and hit it once again.
She is on fire. She's only 1 for 7 on the season, but now 2 in a row tonight.
Under a minute now as Garcia with the steal. The drive there is blocked, and the second attempt won't go, but a foul called.
Garcia making the most of her minutes at this point, really making a case to the team that she should play more because she's playing excellent right now.
McLaughlin now with a couple free throws. Bit of an unorthodox stroke, but gets it to go. Hey, if it works, you don't question it.
No.
That one won't go, though, as O'Boyle with the rebound.
A lot of spin on that ball. Made it roll out at the end.
Ryan now working back and forth on Garcia. Kicks it out to Kanikeli. Slips through her fingers, and now with 29 and a half, this could be the last possession of the game.
You'd think Garcia's touch there may have thrown Kelly off.
Garcia gives it to Aroni. Aroni working down low. Can't get it to go. Draws the foul, and I hope she's okay on that one. As she looks like she grabbed her face on that contact.
Looks like she's getting up all right. That's a good sign.
That's her third. Points on line to shoot will be number 4, Alex Aroni.
Aroni gets that free throw to go. She'll get on the score sheet tonight. And gets both to go. Now Annie Ryan with 17 seconds. Have to imagine she'd do the respectful thing and just dribble out the clock. Kicks out to Paquette. Paquette will do nothing with the ball, as that will do it here from Cousins. Final score 74-54 for the Jumbos. What are your thoughts on this game, Jake?
Well, after a really tight first half where it really could have gone either way, the Jumbos showing their class in that second half. Big third quarter and fourth quarter to find the win. They were able to get Maggie Russell involved more, get their top players into the game in that second half, which allowed them to pull away from this pretty solid Tigers side.
Well, that may be the end of the basketball game. Don't go anywhere, as we're going to try and get an interview with one of the Jumbos players. We'll be back in a bit.
so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
So, Sam, a strong win tonight.
Thank you.
It was a tight first half, but you guys really were able to pull away in the second half. What was the key to expanding that lead?
I think it was just boxing out. They had at least 15 second chance points in the first half, and we give up 2 in the second half, which is a testament to everyone boxing out. It's every single person on the floor finding a body and not letting them get those putbacks.
And so after the tough season opening loss to RIC, what's been the turnaround that's gotten you 4 straight victories so far after that?
I think we just have the next play mentality. Like, if we get down by 2 points, 4 points, just who cares? Let's just keep going, and all that matters is the next play. And I think everyone stepped up, every single one of us, when they come in, and we know our sets, we know what we're supposed to be doing, we're transitioning, and we just having that next play mentality helps us forget about if we make a mistake, we're just going forward and looking for the win. And
so while the Jumbos do have a lot of superstar seniors, we've seen some strong play out of the incoming freshmen on this team. Stella Galanis tonight, I believe, had 18 minutes. While she only put up 3 points, she did have a strong defensive presence. What's it been like bringing in the new freshman class and getting them integrated into the team?
It's been awesome. All 3 of them are great players, great teammates, and most importantly, great people. I mean, Stella tonight, she every day comes to practice ready to go, comes off the bench just like she didn't just come off the bench, you know, like she's playing on defense and everyone hustling and knocking down big shots and just being aggressive, and that's what we need. Same thing with Annie and Hope, just they don't care if they make a mistake, they go in and do their best, and that's all that matters.
Well, thank you, Sam. So strong win tonight from the Jumbos, 74-54 the final. That'll do it for us tonight from JumboCast. I want to thank the rest of the crew. Andrew Howe directing, Jordan Burke and Ethan Ito on the cameras. Alongside me has been Jake Flossie. I've been Justin Loker. Happy Thanksgiving to you all from us, JumboCast. And as always, stay home safely.
Thank you.
So hypnotic, magical.